If you are selling your home, you should care about this. God knows I care about it. And the main reason is because your buyers are caring about this. Now, I've done past videos where I'm like, yeah, it's kind of not a big deal. You know, it's a seller's market. Buyers are willing to put up with these things or things like this. So I'm humbled. We're in a different market. It's definitely a buyer and a seller's market, meaning it's a balanced market. So you got to work with each other, which most buyers and sellers don't like to work with each other. So I'm giving you a warning. If you're selling your home, it's a much different market, and your buyers are very concerned about the things that I'm going to talk to you today. So listen up. It's very important, and I want you to be prepared because more than likely you're going to get one of these objections when you go to sell your home. It's an important video. Let's get into it. I live in Orange County, California, and as you probably know, we have huge fires that are brewing out in LA County and actually San Diego County as well. Devastation is taking place. It's putting a lot of the population in my area to become very fearful and worried about stuff. So one of the things that is really important, at least in my area, and I'm going to suggest that, you know, your area might have different hazards, but for us, earthquake and fires are big deals, right? In California. I just replaced all of my smoke detectors because those stinking little batteries, they start doing the beepy beepy when the battery would get low. And I swear that battery goes low like every other day. And of course, it's always at midnight. When I go into people's homes, there's always 2 or 3 missing smoke detectors because they're like, I'm not dealing with the stupid battery. So I found the solution. I bought this on Amazon. It's by Xsense. It's a 10-year smoke detector battery life. So your smoke detectors should only last 10 years, and this is the guy you should purchase. There's actually ones that you can buy that you can control them on an app. So if this thing starts beeping, you can always shut it off. They are a little bit more expensive, but I don't know, time's money, money's time. If you are selling your home, I cannot stress the importance of having those smoke detectors and CO detectors in the proper place with the date of installation. Your buyers care about this. Effective January 1st, there's a new class of refrigerant called A2L. It's also commonly known as the refrigerant as R45-4B and R32. Some of the common manufacturers' names are Puron Advance, Opteon XL, and Freon R32. This is more eco-friendly. A lot of you have those old Freon units. You're like, oh, it works just fine. We'll just fill her up with Freon. Well, they don't make Freon anymore. So if you can find it, it's very expensive. And when your buyers come to the house, and some of the questions they ask is, how new is the unit? What is the refrigerant? If you say Freon, they're going to run the other way, or they're going to ask for a replacement, or they're going to ask for a credit. Because if they replace those condensers, which eventually they're going to be replaced, oftentimes the furnace is not compatible with the condenser. So it's a huge investment for your buyer. And if you are putting your house on the market, trust me, it's going to be one of the top things the home inspector is going to be discussing with your buyer. So if you're like, should I replace my condensers? I would say if you have a really nice property and went top dollar, you might want to consider it. So I know some of you are like, you don't know what she's talking about. Okay, so I will link down below this PDF. I got this from my home warranty gal. Her name is Sharon Wayley. She's fantastic. She's with Fidelity National. And no, this isn't sponsored, but I will link her information down below. She's happy to answer any of your questions. And she does represent pretty much the entire nation. So if you're looking for a really good home warranty company, this is probably the best one out there. Just my experience and my opinion. The thing your buyer cares a tremendous amount right now, and it's killing me right now in my business, is home insurance. It is so dang hard to get the proper coverage. If you are selling your house, don't be surprised if your buyer asks for an extension to get home insurance. For example, in California, we have these fires. We can't bind any insurance until all the fires are contained. Luckily, it was raining today. That's why I'm wearing my raincoat. So hopefully things are dissipated. But the premiums are going up, and the home insurance companies are requesting so much more information before they feel comfortable binding the policy. Make sure you have your insurance details ready for your realtor because your buyer will request it. Now, more than likely, your insurance company that you're using, so for example, I'm using State Farm. If I were to sell my house, State Farm is not going to extend their policy to that next buyer. So the buyers are going to have to find their own insurance. And this is why it's so important to work with a seasoned agent who knows your area, who knows what home insurance to go to. So for example, I'm able to get deals done because I have the right people in place that can bind these policies. I get ahead of it, I prepare in advance, and we get the deals done. So if you are looking for a fantastic realtor listing agent in your area, we have a referral network. I have a referral manager named Diana. She's fantastic. I will link her details down below. This is not a time to, find that discount agent or the kid that just got a license. You need to find an agent that can navigate and get the deal done and not get hung up over home insurance. Super important. Cannot stress the importance enough in hiring the right agent. And down below is a link of interview questions that you can ask your buyer's agent or your listing agent to really narrow it down as to what agent works best for you. Find the best agent you can find out there, especially now in these times. Home insurance is a racket. My suggestion, unless it's an absolute state of emergency, you don't make any claims on your insurance. Because if you do, it'll stick there for 5 years. And when your buyer goes to buy your property, they're going to have issues with trying to get that home insurance. Be careful. So if you have personal matters or something that you want to claim on your insurance, be careful. Okay, just remember it's going to come back to bite you. So only in case of emergency do you make those claims. Your buyers are really caring about the roof right now. And the main reason is because the insurance companies care a great deal about your roof. So what'll happen is if you have a not so good roof, and the insurance company says, hey, we're not, going to bind any policy because you don't have a well cared for roof. We've seen the pictures. We got the aerials. You need a new roof. Your buyer is going to be like, I got to back out of the contract because I can't bind insurance unless you want to put a new roof on. So then you're sitting here trying to sell your house. And you're like, oh my gosh, I got to put a new roof on my house because the next buyer is not going to get insurance either. So if you are selling your home, I highly suggest you get a roof inspection, make sure it's in good condition. And if it needs to be replaced, it might be something you want to consider if you're trying to get top dollar. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time to my channel, my name is Audra Lambert, and I'm one of the top selling agents in Orange County, California. My number is 949-697-2232. Please give me a call if you want to hire me. I'm really good. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, and I'm off to a slow start. Woo! All right, help a girl out. Let's get back into it. Your buyers are really caring about the location of the property. And I hate to say it, it's really being driven by this home insurance, right? If you have a property and you're trying to insure it and you have open space around you, it's going to be an issue. In fact, these insurance companies are having these buyers take pictures of the front of the house, the back of the house, and actually in some instances requiring drone images to prove the location of the property. So if you are selling your home, try to make sure you have your weed abatement all up to snuff, get rid of all the dead debris, make sure your trees are trimmed back because it will come into play when you're trying to sell a home in today's market. Get trimming, get weeding, clear out as much as you can. Home insurance companies are asking about repiping or the conditions of the pipe. So in my area, we have pinhole leaks in some of our copper piping. It was during a certain period of time where the copper was thin and we get pinhole leaks, and the insurance companies have to spend all this money fixing everything. So these are some of the questions that are coming back. So if you've had multiple leaks on your property and you don't have your house repiped or epoxy coated, then I would suggest that you might want to consider that if you're, pushing the price on your home. Buyers are well aware of this. Back in the day, it wasn't such an issue because the home insurance companies weren't requesting this information. If you've had issues, you probably more than likely are going to have to repipe or give a big credit for a repipe. And depending on the insurance company, they may not bind policy if you've had multiple leaks. Your buyers are noticing your trees. Yes, they are. And we're all guilty of this. When we move into our home, we're like, oh, we want to plant this pretty little plant right next to the wall. And we plant it too close to the wall. And then the tree grows. And then its roots grow, and then it wants more water, and then it starts pushing your neighbor's fence over. Or let's say there's a big storm and lots of rain, and now this big, huge tree tips over and ruins your neighbor's roof. Like, your buyers are aware of that now. And I know what you're going to say. Tree tearing out and removal is way too expensive. And, I planted this tree when Jimmy Bob was born, and I don't have the heart to tear it out. Okay, all I'm telling you, this is going to be torn out anyway, and your buyer more than likely is going to request that it be removed. If it's big and tearing up the entryway and making waves with the pool and tearing over your neighbor's fence line, they will ask to have it removed, or they will ask for a credit to have it removed. And if they ask for a credit, it's more than likely going to be way more expensive than if you were just to do it yourself. Those trees are becoming a major problem. In my area, we have termites. And I can't believe the last 2 properties I had clearance. I couldn't believe it, unbelievable. But most of the homes in my area have termites or wood rot or some type of living organism issue like rats or beehives or ants, right? So it is really important that when you put your house on the market, that you get a termite report done so that when you get under contract, you can disclose this to the buyers. The buyers are going to find out anyway. And I had this one nervous Nelly seller going, oh, no, I don't want any inspections. I don't want them to know there's any problems. They're going to find out anyway. So you better get ahead of it ahead of time. It is very customary in my area to get a termite report done before you put your house on the market. And back during COVID era, most sellers didn't have to deal with it. Well, I'm telling you right now, a lot of the conversations I'm having with buyers is that we are now going to include either a credit for termite clearance or we're going to do the work ourselves. Okay. We're in a different market and we need to cooperate with our buyers. Oh, and one more thing. You want to get this termite report ahead of time and you want to get the work completed ahead of time because getting building supplies and getting workers to help do the work on your property is getting scarcer and scarcer. A lot has to do with the fires and other construction that's going on in our areas and a lot of other areas across the nation. When I get a listing that has a pool, I'm always like, oh man, this is gonna be hard, okay? Because pools are a nightmare. I hate pools. The reason why I hate pools is because during a home inspection, they never pass. And the buyer's already freaked out, and there's all these things that need to go on in making sure the pool is up to code or running smoothly. It's either a filter or a heater or a saltwater cartridge, or the gates don't automatically shut, or there's not a fence, or there's not alarms that go off. There's a million things during a pool inspection. So if you are selling your home, your buyer is definitely going to care about this, right? There's new regulations every single year around pools because there's so much liability with pools. So I highly suggest you get a pool inspector to come and inspect your pool before you put it on the market. And then you can show them, hey, I got a clean bill of health. And you're not going to have your pool service person give the inspection because they're going to say everything looks great anyway. You want a third party to come in and give an inspection because trust me, it's probably got a lot of work and it's going to cost a lot of money and it could take a lot of time ordering parts and your buyer is not going to be patient and they're not going to want to wait. They're buying that house for a premium because of that pool. They don't want to spend a lot of money getting it back up to speed. The last one, HOA documents, homeowners association documents. You want to get that to your buyer ASAP, okay? I hate HOA documents. They're expensive and they're slow as molasses. So as soon as you open a contract, if you don't already have your HOA documents, which more than likely you don't, you're going to want to order them on a rush. Either your title or escrow company will reach out to you. You want to order that on a rush. Now, if you are working with a seasoned agent like myself, I pretty much have all the CC&Rs with all the communities that I represent because I've been doing it forever and I've been storing these in advance. So when we open contract, I'm able to send the CC&Rs and even some of the meeting minutes if I have it because I do this all the time, right? And so I'm able to get the information to the buyer ahead of time. That is the benefit of working with someone that is local in your area. Cannot stress the importance enough that your buyer will want to get that information as soon as possible because they're going to want the time to do the research. They're going to want to know if there's any litigation in your community. They want to see your balance sheet in your community. They're going to know how many rentals, if there's any proposed assessments, or if there's any issues in the community. They want to know that. And trust me, it's better to get this to them sooner because if they have an issue and it's a no deal for them, you want them to back out sooner than later. Can't tell you. I'm seeing this a lot where, the HOA documents are delivered to the buyer and then they start reading it and they back out when they're at day 17. You don't want that to happen to you. So don't fool yourself. You're not going to just send this and it just goes right under the mat and your buyers don't care anymore. They are well aware that they need to read every single little detail in those documents. Get it to them sooner and later. You thank me later for that one. Okay, I just remembered one more. Windows. Windows are really important now too. So a lot of you have compromised seals. It's not that expensive to replace the pane. Some of you have to replace the whole window because the whole window's rotted out. But for the most part, at least in my area, we have compromised seals and some inspectors will call it out as just a cosmetic defect. Some of you have lifetime warranties on your windows, but your buyers are noticing this. And in areas like Florida, the home insurance won't even cover your home if you don't have the proper windows in place. So if you do have a cracked window or a compromised seal, just understand your buyers are going to notice it and they more than likely are going to request a remedy. The market is different. Your buyers are picky. And it's a good idea to make sure you're properly prepared. Thank you so much for watching, and please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would forever be grateful. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.